again, and welcome to week 10 of the high school football season. I'm Tim McDonough, joined by my esteemed colleague,
Chuck Martinez-Brandon.
doing the Cabbage Patch this week. We're here to talk some football, give out some awards, have a little fun. Some big stuff going on. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's because it's week 10, but
Oh yeah.
what the heck, Chuck? Let's have some fun. Let's start with awards this week, Chuck.
Awards.
Awards,
Right.
yeah.
Let's do it.
How about the Payday Player of the Week, Chuck?
Big time plays, big time players. Just coming out all over the place. Garrett Morton wins it this week. He had 324 yards passing and a passing touchdown, 3 rushing touchdowns. Morton, big time play, big time players.
Very good. Well, I'll tell you what. How about our Whopper Hit of the Week? Something new, something refreshing. Comes to us from our friend, Kevin Ice. And we're going to give it out to an offensive player this week. He says, and I quote, Lyndon Beneke ran through Edgerton defensive back Nathan Stark at the goal line and into the end zone for a first half touchdown, giving Tenora a lead. Of course, the Rams went on to win that game. An offensive player, Whopper Hit of the Week. Are you kidding me? Nice job, Lyndon Beneke.
That's a rarity.
Oh, it's the first time ever.
Groundbreaking.
Yeah. How about the online player of the week this week, Chuck?
I've said it once, I've said it twice, I probably say it every week. We are big in Hicksville. Logan Battershaw, you got the votes, baby. Another big game. Broke open several big runs against the Apaches in the muck. Proved he was a mutter. Battershaw, the player of the week again.
Again. Wow. Well, all right, Chuck. It's time for week 10. That usually means that something's on the line when you get to this point in the season. What games are you going to talk about this week?
Well, big time games. We might have another first with the Bryan Golden Bears. Right now they're sitting 8th, Division III, Region 10. They're going to Evergreen. Now Evergreen might be looking for a little payback because a few years ago Evergreen was 7-2 and Bryan was 2-7, and Bryan upset Evergreen and knocked them out of the playoffs. So the Vikings are going to be looking to do the same to the Bears. Talked to Coach Cooper earlier in the week. He said what they were hoping for last week was to get up Saturday morning after they won against Swanton and see on Joe Itel, I'd say, control own destiny. That way they knew all they had to do was win. But the way it is now, they've got to win and they need a lot of help. You're looking at Clyde, you're looking at Shawnee, St. Paris Grammons, Buckeye Valley. I don't even know where that's at, but Bryan, you need them all to lose or a couple of them to lose for you to have a good shot to get in. So Bears, yet again, got to be pulling for some people to lose and just take care of your own business. And then it's out of your hands if you take care of your own business.
What else you got for us, Chuck?
The other team in the area that could be on the bubble might be the Fairview Apaches. We've been thinking for a couple weeks that they're in solidly in Division 5, but even if they beat the Ayersville Pirates, they might need some help. We got Northwood, Liberty Benton, and even Archbold and Liberty Center still have a shot in D5 to get in. So, and Archbold and Liberty Center play each other, so that the winner there, both of those teams have good records, so the winner's going to get a lot of points. So Fairview, they need some help. They got to take care of their own business too.
All right.
Then the last and final big game of the area.
There's a big game in the area?
Just one.
Those?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, what could that possibly be?
This is the big one for all the marbles. Hicksville at Tenora. Undefeated Hicksville against 8-1 Tenora. Boy, that is just going to be head knocking going on there.
Could we use the word, Chuck?
Do it.
Slobber knocker.
You know, these two teams meet, you are talking offensive and defensive line. Logan Battershaw, yeah, he likes to run a lot. And Tenora, they've got great offensive backs too, but we are talking at the line of scrimmage. It's where this game is going to be one of those two teams pound you, and they're going to pound each other. That would be a heck of a game to be at. If you got some free time Friday, I'd check that game out.
That should be fun.
Yep.
I won't be there, though.
Me neither.
No.
But it's going to be a heck of a game.
Yeah. I'm going to be at Defiance, Chuck, for their season finale.
What's going on with the Dogs?
Well, they've lost 3 in a row. They're under 500. A loss would get them a losing season for just the 3rd time in Jerry Beauty's 20 years at Defiance. They're not looking to do that. The theme this week is get that winning feeling back, send the seniors out with the win on senior night. And there's one senior in particular, not that I'm not saying that none of the seniors are good or anything. Don't get me wrong there. I'm just saying one senior in particular has a chance to move up in the DHS record books. That's Aaron Swanson. Currently has the 7th highest rushing season in Defiance High School history, 1,301 yards. Got me a list here. Thought we could talk about some of the names on that list where Defiance rushers are as far as single season goes. He needs 142 yards to move into 4th to pass Will Clay, who had 1,442 yards in 2002. Highly doubt doubt that he's going to get to the 1938 that Robert Orta put up in 2003, the 1743 that Jamie Smitty put up in 1994, or even the 1693 that Travis Spitnell put up a year ago. But a big game, and he could definitely, like I said, 142, get into fourth. Some other names on that list: Eric Steyer went back-to-back 1,300-yard seasons in in 2000 and 2001, and there's Swanson sitting in seventh. All eyes are going to be on him. Can Bath stop him? Bath coming in on a 7-game losing streak. Something's got to give. Defiance wants to finish 500, send those seniors out with the win, and put the helmets away, I guess.
I put my money on Swanson.
Well, we're going to try something a little bit different this week. We've been doing it all year. We're going to steal something from our friends over at PTI. We're going to play, what exactly is that called? You are?
Heads on Sticks.
Heads on Sticks. No sticks, we just have heads. Chuck, you are
Better tails.
Kenny Kraus from Tenora. What does Kenny think about this week's matchup against the Aces?
Well, I don't know. If I'm Kenny Kraus, all I know what I have to do is I have to put the trust in my offensive and defensive line and just let them be physical like they've been all week. And then I'm just going to put the ball in my quarterback's hands. Landon Dravis, he's going to make some plays too. Might catch the Aces off guard. So I'm just going to do what I've been doing all year, and that is pounding people. For you, Tim, Jerry Beauty.
I am Jerry Beauty, Defiance head football coach. Talked about that winning feeling. Jerry Beauty, that winning feeling. It's also a week where he said, just because we're not going to win a title or make the playoffs, that we're just going to sit around and do nothing. We're going to put the younger kids to work this week, see what we got coming for 2010, make sure that this program doesn't understand what losing is all about, get that 5-5 and get losing out of their heads because he doesn't want it to be a trend. Jerry Beauty is looking for kids who are going to step up, work this week, get a win, and get this program back in the right direction. All right, Chuck, last but not least, you are Lucas Smith.
All right.
Of Hicksville.
Head coach at Hicksville. If I'm Lucas Smith this week, this is what I'm telling my kids. We're tired of being the bridesmaids in the GMC. Everybody talks about Fairview. Everybody talks about Tenora. What about us? Hey, we're going to saddle up Battersea. We're going to saddle up Klepper, and we're going to just run the ball down people's throats, and we're taking home the title. We're tired of being second place. That's what I'm telling my kids.
That's good. That's good. Well, let's finish this thing up with our one email question of the week. And it is simply, are we going to be doing this for the playoffs? Yep. And there you have it. Look for us every week, www.crescent-news.com. Send us your email questions, cnsports@crescent-news.com. We love it. Week 10 coming at you. This week, we'll be back for week 11.